we'll go with the next exercise. See, after identifying the two transactions, we have certain rules of recording that we have to follow. So these rules of recording will actually help us basically, come out with placing these transactions in the proper bins in our journal, and from there in the ledger. So for that, we need to first understand what do we mean by recording of transactions. So recording of transactions means upon every event, we will have to take that information in a book called journal. In a book called journal. This is called recording of transactions. So recording of transactions simply means the first time entry into books of accounts. That's why journal is also called as a book of prime entry. Journal is also called as a book of prime entry because any information first gets recorded in the book called journal. We have actually represented this two parties to the transaction. Any doubts about it? And you already said you have no doubts, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then now, especially I want to check this with the so-called non-BCom students, because this is the first step based on which we will be actually, building that entire, a castle that we are going to build in terms of, financial accounts, etc. So it is very important that we don't have any doubt at this stage. So if you have any doubt, I don't mind, addressing that. Let us go to that particular transaction where you have a doubt, and we'll address that. So anytime later also, if you are stuck somewhere as to why this particular transaction has, been missing, then we'll have to come back and look at it. Yeah.
Sir, could you once tell me what is debentures?
What is?
Debentures.
Yeah. See, when you want money, actually you can, go to a bank and make a loan. Okay. Or you can ask your the promoters, the owners of the company, to provide money. When you are asking the owners of the company to provide money, it is called equity.
Okay.
If you are going for a bank loan, it is called bank loan. Instead of going for a bank loan, you can actually ask the general public to lend you the money. So this lending is different from when you are taking the money from promoters or the owners of the company. When you take money from the owners of the company, it is called capital or it is called equity. And the difference between equity and borrowing money from public is the borrowing money from public is temporary. That means after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you give this money back to the people who have lent you. Whereas in case of capital or equity, it is going to be permanent. That means you will not give this money back to the equity shareholders unless you are closing down the company. So whether you are borrowing it from a bank or whether you are borrowing it from general public, it will be called as debt. It will be called as debt. So the two major sources of money is equity that you will get from the owners of the company, which are also called as equity shareholders, or you get it in the form of a loan. If you are making this loan from a bank, it is called bank loan. If you are making this loan from public, it is called debenture or bond.
Okay.
So the debenture or bonds and bank loans, all of them put together is called debt. So now, what are the two major sources of money? One is equity, which is nothing but capital. Two is borrowings or debt. This borrowings or debt is of two types. One is borrowing from bank, it is called bank loan, or borrowing from public, it is called debenture or bonds. Is it clear to all of you, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, what we'll have to do is, after having identified these two parties, instead of calling this as cash, we will start calling this as cash account. We'll start calling this as cash account. This is import range. So where am I working then? Just give me a second. Right. So instead of calling this as cash, what I call this? Cash account. So wherever I have cash, I call it cash account. So instead of calling this as building, I call it as building account. Instead of calling this as bank, I call the bank account. That means what? Each party is represented by their account. Instead of purchases, what I will call purchase account. Instead of missionary account. So where instead of sales account. This is a simple convention, right? Even if you write cash, doesn't matter, but it's a convention that we write it as cash account. Is this clear? Any questions here? Very easy. Where for everything, for party 1, party 2, you simply put account. That you can do later. But is it clear?
Sir, one doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, like we are identifying party 1 and party 2. Like, can that be interchanged? Like, is there any difference?
Change, no problem. At this level, there is nothing sacrosanct about who is party 1, who is party 2. You can actually change them. You can write shareholders this side, cash that side. Building this side, cash that side. No problem. Good job. Good job. As of now, we need to know only what are the two parties. Okay. Now just now we have learned that these parties are called as accounts. Is that clear? Now,
yes, sir.
What we'll do, we will try to actually group these accounts that we have seen into 3 groups: real accounts, personal accounts, and nominal accounts. Now, what are real accounts? The real accounts are those which you can see, which you can feel, which you can touch. The meaning of real. Right? So cash, can you see and touch and feel? Equipment.
Yes, sir.
Building. Machinery. Similarly, short-term securities. So what else you can write? Furniture. What are the real accounts that you have seen? So now here, let me just take some. For example, purchases. Is it a real account? Equipment. Dinakar is a real account?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Dinakar you can see, feel, touch, but he is a person, right? So real accounts means things that you can see, feel, and touch. Okay. Now, if I cover the rest of the 3 classifications, then it will be one. And there are some things called personal accounts. So personal accounts, let us say Dheeraj account. Dinesh account. So the personal accounts relate to persons and organizations. For example, bank. Bank is an organization. So bank account. Basically, these are things, physical things. So what are real accounts? All real accounts are physical things. What are personal accounts? Organizations and persons. So now, if you take something, will you be able to tell whether it is a real thing or a person? Dheeraj is a person?
Personal account.
Personal account. Cash is a real thing. It's a real account. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, other than these two, personal or real, remaining are called nominal accounts. But if you observe nominal accounts, all revenues and all expenses are personal, what you call nominal accounts. All revenues and all expenses are nominal accounts.
Sir,
So,
a doubt.
sales account, rent received account, interest received account, all these are personal, what you call nominal account. Purchases is an expense, right? Rent paid is an expense, right? Taxes paid is an expense. All these are called what we call the nominal accounts. Now tell me any doubts you have as to identifying accounts as real, personal, nominal.
Sir, these nominal accounts are the intangible accounts, right?
Don't say completely intangible. Nominal accounts are expenses and revenues. Nominal accounts are expenses and revenues.
Okay, sir.
You understand what is an expense, what is a revenue, right?
Yes, sir.
If it is an expense or revenue, both are nominal accounts. Okay? Now, there are some things which are called as representative personal accounts. See, for example, when we say equity, see, the other day we said shareholders. So instead of shareholders, this is actually called as equity, just to represent the nature of the thing. Or it can also be called as capital. But this account represents whom? This account represents a group of people called shareholders. Yes or no?
Yes.
It is their money. So these kinds of accounts are also called as personal accounts. But these are called representative personal accounts because this represents. Similarly, debentures represents a group of people from whom we have taken money. Similarly, loan represents the bank from which we have taken money. So even equity, loan and debentures are called personal accounts. Is it clear, please?
Sir, in the real account, what is that short-term security, sir?
The short-term securities is some assets that you purchase. You invest in the shares of some other company. That is called short-term securities.
Okay, sir.
It is something that you are buying, and where you get that paper, that is an asset for you. Okay. So again, the confusion will be cleared if you attempt the what you call the exercise. So now what I will do. So this is where is what you have to do. I will just put here the name grouping. Grouping. So now you check your what to call this thing. You will be able to get these things there. So with the help of these things, you please write here whether they are personal, nominal, or real. So the code that you should be using is PER for personal, what to call it? So here you use for real accounts, real, personal, nominal. Right. So now you just go here to this class worksheet and cash account. So what is the cash account? You simply write real. So then again, what is cash account? Real. Real. Then real. So what is equity account? Equity
Personal
account
account.
is
Personal.
personal. What is building?
Real account.
Real. What is bank account?
Personal account.
Personal. So what is purchases?
Nominal.
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 What is personal machinery?
Real.
Real.
Yeah. So this is the exercise you have to do. Right? So now you download this once again where I've written these things for you. You have to fill the whole sheet. Go down, down, and down and fill it, except this. This you leave it. We'll see later. Is the exercise clear to all of you, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what is that you have done? So, all this you have changed it to cash account, etc. I am not changing it currently, but let me give you the answers. Then we will see. Real account, cash is real, 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 real. Chiru is personal. Vinegar is personal. Cash, real, real, real. Bank is personal account. Cash, real. Chiru, personal. Cash, real. Vinegar, personal. Cash, real. Chandu, personal. Chiru, personal. Cash, real. Dinakar, personal. Cash, real. Bank, personal account. Representative, personal account. And cash, real. Chiru, personal. Dinesh, personal. Dheeraj is personal. Charu, personal. Cash, real. Dheeraj, personal. Cash, real. 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 So on this side, equity for real, nominal, sales, nominal, advertisement expenditure, nominal, bank loan, personal account. It represents the bank from which we have taken purchases, nominal, sales, nominal, debenture holders is personal. Representative.
Sir, purchases is real account, right?
No. Purchases.
Nominal, sir.
Discuss with this. What is the difference between asset purchase and goods purchase? So the goods are purchased with an intention to resell it. Okay, ma. Assets are purchased with an intention to use them in the process. So when we purchase assets, we also take the account on the name of that asset. For example, machinery account. For example, equipment account, building account. Whereas when you purchase goods for selling, we don't consider as that physical goods. It is an expense called purchases. And when we sell the same goods, we realize a revenue called sales. Same is the case with stationery. When you purchase stationery also you are able to feel real, they are touchable. But at the same time, they are not going to be with us for a long time. So instead of calling stationery an asset, we call that what you call an expense. So wherever you call the expenditures as assets, they become real accounts. So the intention of purchase is important. If the intention is to treat them as an asset, they become real account. If the intention is to sell away them, if the intention is to consume them immediately within short period, then they become expenses. This clarity is very important. I am glad that you asked this question. Is it clear now why purchases is considered nominal?
Sir, then how about this paid rent, sir? Is it does it comes under expenses?
Tell me,
paid rent.
Paid rent. Rent is an expense, right?
So this comes under nominal account, or
all expenses and revenues are nominal accounts.
Okay.
Paid rent means
we are mentioning here paid Chiru. So when
paid
Chiru,
no ma. See, whether you are paying rent, whether you are paying Chiru, payment is happening. That's why it is written paid.
Okay.
But whenever you are paying some money, it is not expenditure. For example, you are giving some money to your sister. You call it expenditure? No. It is a loan given to your sister.
Yes.
So similarly, when I am paying Chiru, I am paying it to a person. There could be 100 reasons why we are paying this.
Okay.
But if I am paying Chiru to avail some legal advice, for example, Chiru is a lawyer. I am paying Chiru to take legal advice. Then it is called legal expense. Not where the money is being paid with the purpose of an expenditure, then it becomes expense and it is written with that name.
Okay, sir.
You got it? Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So equipment is real. Chiru is personal.
Sir, debenture also, sir, it is mentioned that it comes under nominal, but you have written personal.
Where it is mentioned?
11th.
Where?
Sir, debenture.
No, it is interest on debentures, not debentures.
Okay.
If you pay interest on debentures, then that is an expense.
Okay.
Interest on loan, INTEREST. Interest on loan, it is an expense. So debentures represents the people from whom we have borrowed money. They are people, right? So they are personal account. So salaries expenditure is nominal. Dinakar is personal. Charu personal. Purchases nominal. Insurance premium nominal. Right? Sales nominal. Sales nominal. Local taxes is an expenditure nominal. Purchases nominal. Purchases nominal. Rent expenditure is nominal. Sales is nominal. Purchases again is nominal. Chiru is nominal. Sales is nominal. Rent received is also nominal. Purchases is nominal. Sales is nominal. Sales nominal. Purchases nominal. Short-term securities real because this is an asset. Sales nominal. Interest received nominal. Sales commission expenditure nominal. Dinakar personal account. Interest on loan nominal. Bank loan, this is personal account. Interest on debenture is nominal, whereas debenture is personal account. Bank loan is personal account, whereas interest on bank loan is nominal account. So taxes nominal. Sales commission expenditure nominal. Okay. Now what you have to do, you can check your answers. The moment I've entered the answers here, in your this thing, all the answers are updated. Later on, you kindly check. Later on means now itself, but before that, I will give you one more task. Now, after having done this, I think it will be somewhat clear to you. We have one more activity that we need to do. When we have the real accounts, we can identify, in case of real accounts, what action is happening or what is the further classification. See, in this case, in all real accounts, you have to worry about two things: coming in, going out. In all real accounts, you should be able to identify whether the asset is coming in or going out. So, here, in case of real account, what are the two actions? See, action 1 or action 2. In case of real accounts, either it is incoming or it goes out. To take any real account, you should be able to identify the action as that, the real account is dealing with physical things. So in case of real accounts, either the goods, either things come in or things go out. So there are two actions, in or out. Whereas in case of personal accounts, either you give money or receive money. So that account will either give money or that account will receive money. It is regarding that account, what the account is doing. This is called action of account. Action of account. So that account will either give money or receive money. In case of nominal accounts, either it will be an expense or it will be a revenue. Is this clear to all of you? Real account, we should be able to identify whether the asset is coming in or going out. In case of personal account, we should be able to identify whether that person is giving money or whether that person is receiving money. Right? Giving, or we can say giver, receiver, R-E-C-A-V-E-R, giver, receiver. When it is a nominal account, then you see either it should be an expense or it should be a revenue. Now I'll do certain things, then you will understand. And this material will be accessible to you in your this thing. These actions are accessible to you here. This is for your reference later when you start doing it. But now all of you see what I am doing. Right. Now, started business by issuing equity shares. Now, when this is happening, whether cash is coming into the business or going out of the business?
Coming in.
Coming in.
Coming in. So let me write in. That's all. Now you can write this also because it is easy to complete transaction by transaction like this. Now the equity shareholders, whether it's a personal account. When it's a personal account, what is the account? What is the question to ask? Whether he is a giver or a receiver, right? Now, the equity shareholders, whether they are giving money, receiving money,
Receiving.
they are giving
Giving money.
Giving money.
Giving.
Equity shareholder is outside the company, he is giving money, so you are receiving cash. So he is a giver. Now again think about it for a while. Is it clear now? Just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Equity, you should think about what is the action of the account. What the equity shareholder is doing. The equity shareholder is giving money to the business. That's how we start business. Now, purchased building. So building, the cash. When you purchase the building, cash is coming in or going out?
Going out.
Out. Whereas, what is happening to building? Building is coming into the business. Cash goes out, building comes in. You think of this as a child's play. Now you understand it better. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you opened a bank account by depositing 1 lakh. So cash, what is happening to cash?
Going out.
Going out now, it's going out into the bank. Now bank is a personal account. Now bank is receiving money or giving money?
Receiving.
So receiver. I'll do few more. Now purchased goods, cash. So when you purchase goods, cash
Out.
is going out.
Giving.
Out.
Purchases. Nominal. What is the classification for nominal? What is the nominal?
Expense.
Expense and revenue. You write that as expense.
Expense.
Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Let me do 2 more. Purchased machinery. Cash goes out. Machinery comes in.
Expense.
Sold goods. Cash is coming in or going out when you sell goods?
Right, sir. Inside.
Coming in.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
And then sales is?
Revenue.
Sales is
Revenue.
a revenue. So for nominal accounts, you will have to say whether it is revenue or expenditure. Now, paid advertisement expenditure. So the cash. So cash is
Goes
going
out.
out or coming in?
Out.
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 So advertisement expenditure is nominal. Now, once nominal, is it expense or revenue?
Expense, sir.
Expense.
Yeah, now you see you are becoming experts. Okay, now what you do, you check this sheet again. The first thing is you please understand whether you understood the classification as real, nominal, and personal. First, you understand this, spend some time on this. After you have spent some time on this and you have understood them, then you see for each transaction, for each account, you should see the action. Is it in or out? In or out? Or giver or receiver? Or revenue or expense?